Hey everybody, Jon David had a 9 out of 10 day, and I'll get into why it wasn't a perfect 10 out of 10. But the word of the day is the aorta, which is the part of the heart that comes out of the left side of the heart and carries oxygenated blood to the body. And the reason why that's really important is it's the piece that seems to have given Jon David the most problems through this entire journey. And the part where he has the stent now that seems to be holding it open and making him happy and his body happy that it's getting blood. So that's the word of the day. He had a good night last night, good day today overall. Again, 9 out of 10, still really good. So he weaned his Ativan, which is one of his sedation drugs, by 20%. They also capped his pacing wires. So his pacing wires are what kind of kick in when he gets below a certain heartbeat rate. And so they capped them, meaning that he still has them in, but then they've like capped them and taped them to his belly. And they're not actively plugged into the machine anymore. So they're still there if they need to plug them back into the machine, but it's like a trial run of not needing them is what capping them is. So getting him ready to go to step down and hopefully soon take the pacing wires out. And then they weaned his flow to 0, so he was on room air and room, like no flow whatsoever. However, he has had some desat events, which have primarily been when he's like really deep asleep. And so they've gone back to 1 on the flow, and he's been bumping up and down between 21%, which is room air, and 25%. So just kind of bebopping there, which is probably going to be what will happen until we can get him off all of the sedation. So he also has been getting some snuggles today, and again, kind of having some of the sleep issues, but that's not new. It's been going on for several days now. And until we can get him off of the Ativan, the clonidine, and the methadone, to make sure we rule it out that he's just being overly sedated, then we can't really move forward on figuring out if maybe it's sleep apnea, which is what it could be. But again, got to work through the sedation first. Then some praises, if anybody wants to share any, is that he had a good echo today. And again, good for Jon David, not good for typical hearts like yours and mine, but good compared to what he's had before. Hold on 1 second. But that right there is what he's been doing, where he gets into like really deep sleep, really deep REM sleep, and then he'll just desat for a second and then pops right back up. Like by the time I got over there to him, he had already popped back up. So, but I have been able to kind of over the last couple of days get out a little bit. He needs breast milk every day, and so I run to Ronald McDonald where it's been pumped and get it and bring it back. So it's a nice little 2-mile round trip, and it just gets me out of here for a little while. I do it while he's taking a nap, and it all works out. But Hunter had a great day. He had his first day of preschool, which he prepped for last night with Mallory, and never thought that I'd miss my kid's first day of preschool, but you know, here we are. It just kind of gets added to the list of things that I didn't think that I'd be missing or giving up. But where I need to be, I'm with Jon David because he's in the hospital, but it just is something I didn't think that I would miss. So thank you to Miss Anna and Mallory and Mimi for sending me pictures today of Hunter doing his first day of preschool, because it was very much appreciated because I can't be there. But if y'all would pray for these 3 things: 1, that Jon David will continue to tolerate his weans, and that he will continue progressing forward overall in all the different areas, neurological, physical therapy, all of that. 2, pray for all those who've lost loved ones, but especially those who've lost children. And then 3, pray for all the kids and families who are battling congenital heart defects, because again, this is not an easy road for anybody. And if you know somebody, please reach out, check in on them, because I promise you they'll appreciate it. Also, there's a fundraiser that we've been told about that will be held in honor of Jon David, and that is going to be at Lake Waccamaw Methodist Church on October 19th. From 3 to 5:30, it will be food at the church, and then at 6 o'clock, it will be a worship with Willing Heart and Port City Collective, who will be there to help lead the worship and sing. And so if you would like to go out and support Jon David, then please be there. The plan is for us to be there, so hopefully we will be there, but that will all depend on little dude back there and figuring out how things will go. At least one of us will be there, Mallory or myself. One will definitely be there. hopefully all of us will be there, and Jon David will be there. But that will be determined. Like that's TBD. It's a little too soon to be planning that far out. At least for us, as we've learned with all of this, we kind of have to go off how he presents and how he progresses. So tentatively, we are penciling in that we will be there. But again, it'll be a fundraiser, and we've been told all the proceeds will go to helping with him and his medical bills and just our family kind of going through all this. So again, if anybody would like to go, please go. I think it'll be a wonderful time to worship and praise and just kind of have a good time. But that's all I've got for today. Hope y'all have a good night and God bless, and continue to shoot up daily.